Hello, crypto world. Welcome to the Chart Historian. My name is Justin, and on this channel, I delve deep into crypto charts, exploring chart structures, fractals, and patterns. So in this video, I have the Casper chart open, and I'd like to discuss what Casper is currently doing and where I see it going in the coming days. So to begin with, I'd like to jump over to X. Now here you see a post I made where I talk about Casper. I said, watch Casper move up higher. Here's what I believe Casper is currently doing, and I posted my previous video in this link right here. So as you can see, I have this area highlighted where I believe Casper could potentially pull from as an idea for over here. Well, let's see how that has panned out. So as you can see, Casper has indeed followed this basic idea over here. Now, is this the top, or is there more to come? You can make an argument that this is something similar to this pullback, although this is quite a bit of a pullback for right here. But if this is the case, you can say it could potentially move up a bit more. Will it do that? I don't know. To me, the jury's still out on this. Right now, I say the safe bet is to say this is the peak right here. Let's jump back to the very beginning of the Casper chart. So it is here at the very beginning of the Casper chart that we can see the repetitive macro structure. You can watch my previous video where I go into this repetitive structure a bit more in depth than I'm going to do in this video. It is my belief we are currently working on or beginning this bounce or this bounce. This here is the repetition of this fractal. So which one will it do? Well, I currently think it is potentially following this one a little closer right now. Of course, as this chart develops, we'll have a better understanding of which one it is following, but I tend to think it's this one. And it kind of makes sense. It was this fractal we just came out of. We followed this iteration versus this iteration over here. So let's jump over to today's chart and copy and paste this structure on there so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so as you can see, Casper has, I believe, followed it fairly closely so far with this move up, this pull back, and then this move up again, which is shown here in the fractal. So are we at the peak right here? That is a very real possibility. If it is, we should expect a decline to begin to materialize. Now let's throw on that other fractal from this bounce right here and see how that compares. So here's that bounce right here. And as you can see, it is a potential match. I believe this one over here, though, so far is a closer match. Now you have to remember that whenever a fractal repeats, the timing, height, and depth, they do not copy over. They remain unique. So what that will mean is that whether it follows this one or this one, it is ultimately going to be a unique iteration of this bounce in the same way that this one was a unique iteration of the bounce from over here. So after this bounce, which is going to take some time for it to play out, this is not going to be a quick bounce, but after this bounce, Casper enters into the bull run. What I find interesting, and this is just speculation, so far we've followed this fractal closer, and it looks like we're following this fractal closer. Does that mean that we will experience a bull run, which this is a huge bull run, similar to this? That's speculation. I don't know. It is intriguing that we are following this. Timing, height, and depth is not copied over, though, so that is a strong argument for it doesn't matter if we're following this or this, because the size of the bull run is not necessarily dependent on the structure that came before it. But I do find it intriguing that this iteration, which is also the most current one, led to a massive bull run. We'll have to see how that plays out. That is speculation, folks. I'm not making a prediction that we are going to get this size of a bull run. Casper, in my opinion, is a bit of a wild card. We have such a major difference, such a big difference in bull runs. So we had this bull run here and this bull run, which were relatively similar to each other, and then we have this one, which is just like, it's just so huge. So I don't know what type of bull run we're going to get. I like to play it conservative and think more along this type of bull run, but who knows? Time will tell. Okay, so here we are back at today's chart. I put the more recent iteration of the bounce on, and as of now, I think it is following this one. Well, I hope this video has been helpful and enlightening. If you did find it helpful, it'd be much appreciated if you hit that thumbs up button. You know, I'm not a financial advisor, so none of this should be considered financial or investment advice. However, if you did enjoy this type of technical analysis, I recommend hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already. I will continue to follow this chart as it continues to develop. You're not going to find this type of technical analysis anywhere else. This is unique TA. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, you should seriously consider doing it. I'm so glad you caught this video. I hope you catch my next one. Have a great day, and bye for now.